Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond Dafeet. I know it's been way too long. I'm not about to sit here and give you excuses and things like that, and I'm not about to say we're going to come back and upload regularly. Reason I want to jump on here is give you an update with my ACL. I've had a few people reach out, want to know how the progress went, and just to help them in general to find out where they should be. For the people who just want to know about shoes, that's awesome, and I appreciate you still tuning in. And I am actually going to touch on what shoe I have been wearing and how it's helped. So if you're coming back from any kind of knee injury, ankle injury, this shoe is still definitely for you. Or if you just get general soreness and you want to know what shoe you should be running in, 100% stay tuned. I'm going to try and keep this nice and short and sweet. Let's jump into the video. First off, just touching on the progress of my ACL. So I'm about 4 months or closing in on 5 months now post-operation. I'm back to being able to run about 1 kilometer now without any massive pain in the knee. I still get a bit of general soreness, and that's just my patella, which I'll explain a little bit more. The first month to 2 months, I was in a lot of pain. The first month, I was pretty much working on trying to straighten the knee, which I really struggled with, and I was quite a fair bit behind. That was pretty much because before I got the surgery, I was a couple months without even having a surgery at all, and I almost got back to walking. So my body got used to not using its quads and its hamstrings as it should be. So then as a result, when I got my surgery, my brain pretty much didn't know how to use the muscles it should. For the first 2 months, I couldn't even walk without crutches. At the end of the second month, I started being able to walk, but I did have that limp. So if you still have a limp at that stage, look, it can happen. Ideally, you want to be walking without a limp come the second month, but that doesn't happen for everyone. What it's all about is strengthening up those muscles around your ACL, so your quads, your hamstrings, your calves. It takes a lot of pressure away and allows your knee to move as it should. So I found that I was still getting a lot of soreness in the first couple months, struggling to sleep, that kind of thing, but now it's starting to come good. In the third month, I started making progress. I could straighten my knee, I could kind of walk around normally, and then that's where the physio got me into a little bit of jogging, a few body weight squats, lunges, things like that. So we didn't progress overly quick. I'm still not even doing really too much weighted stuff, but in terms of getting that little bit of jogging, slight change of movement, nothing too aggressive, because at that 3 month mark, it's where your knee feels the best essentially, but it's actually where it's at its weakest. You don't want to rush into it too quick and strain it again, or just rupture it completely again. That would be the worst case scenario. So what I'd recommend is just going for those light jogs on the grass if you can, to take a bit of pressure away, or use the shoes that I'm about to drop at the end of this video. But yeah, just a bit of light jogging, few squats, few lunges, and then just a lot of stretching. I found my ITB got ridiculously tight, and so did my hamstring. The physio did a lot of work on that, and that definitely helped out a lot. But yeah, a lot of those stretching, wall squats, lunges, and then yeah, just general movements to kind of keep that range of motion going and lengthen the muscles, stop them from getting too short, and you just want to lengthen them out and help strengthen them, and that takes a lot of pressure away from the knee. Now me now at 4 months, I can run pretty normally with a pretty normal gait until my legs get tired, and my left leg will tire a lot quicker than my right at the moment because it is still significantly weaker. So just building up that strength and not pushing it too far. I find I can't run days on end or do my exercise days on end because the next day I am very sore. But it's just kind of progressing into it slowly. At the moment, yes, I can run a little bit. I'm starting to do just a touch of weighted squats, nothing in the gym like that, just a couple dumbbells on each shoulder, being able to squat, build up those muscles a little bit. Again, lunges, a few hip thrusts, things like that, trying to strengthen up the hammies and the quads and just getting them to engage at the same time. In my last physio appointment, I actually started jumping as well as hopping on one leg and starting to do that side to side movement. And again, I'm almost at that 5 month mark. So I stress again, not to rush it too much. Everyone who messaged me, I appreciate you reaching out. We're doing well. Kez is doing well also. If you're wondering where he's just been flat out with work and coming in and out of lockdowns and COVID and all that jazz. It's hard to kind of stay consistent, obviously. But yeah, I hope that gives you some kind of an idea of how it progresses. First couple months suck. The third month, things start to get a little bit better. But again, I stress not to rush it. And now I'm in my 4th, 5th month I can't even actually remember where exactly I am, but it starts to get a lot easier. The muscles start to strengthen up a lot more and you start progressing. I believe I see my physio again in about 3 weeks time, and that's where we're going to start onto sport specific stuff, and that'll be about 6 months in. Yeah, it's a long process and I do really stress not to rush it too quick. I mean, I could probably go out and play a game of touch footy, but I guarantee that I would re-rupture something. So don't push it too fast. It's the main thing I could stress. Try to keep that mental health going with taking up other sports and stuff like that. I've been trying to hit a few golf balls, play a bit of golf. If any of you guys follow me on my private Instagram, you'll see that I'm absolutely horrible. But definitely trying to work on that swing and get it going before I can get back into running, get back into rugby league, things like that. Now, for those of you just tuned in to see what my favorite shoe has been this year so far, it's the Hoka One One Mach4. Yes, that's right. Hoka again has taken the cake for me. This shoe is ridiculously lightweight, and that's pretty much why it's helped me so much with my recovery. Same with that rocker sole, gets me onto that next gait cycle quite efficiently as well. I pretty much can't run in, say, a Kayano or a Nimbus or even a Saucony Hurricane or even a Triumph. They're just a little bit too bulky for me. There's a lot in the shoe, and that's not to say they're a bad shoe by any means, but for myself, with those muscles being a little bit weaker, I need that nice light poppy shoe that still gives you that somewhat of an element of stability without being a structured shoe. So I mean, I know I'm kind of contradicting myself, but with that rocker platform, it just takes so much stress away, and I'm finding for myself, seeing as I don't naturally pronate too much, my foot's quite rigid, it just holds me in alignment really well and gets me onto that next step. Just, yeah, quite nicely in general. So I'm not going to go into the massive details about this shoe because I have dropped another video on that previously. By all means, go check that out. Pretty much coming in around that 200 gram mark, a little bit heavier than that. It's nice and bouncy, nice and soft, and I mean, whether you're going to run in the Mark, the Clifton, either or, they work really well for you. Even the Rincon, I'd find for myself the Rincon's a little bit firm with what's going on with my knee. So you need that nice balance between cushioning and lightweight without it being stupidly flexible. Like, although it's still reasonably flexible, it's not a Nike free run or something like that. So you need that bit of guidance without over manipulating the foot and putting added stress on the knee. Now, I've found this shoe has taken a lot of pressure off when I've been running. I was getting that patella tendonitis, which is pretty much where your kneecap starts to rub and gets irritated and quite sore. So a little bit of strapping plus this shoe tends to work really, really well for myself. I've found if I am doing any lunges or gym movements, I've been using the Nike Pegasus. That's helped me out a lot as well, just with that full ground platform that they provide. So yeah, it makes a great gym shoe, that shoe as well, and I can do a little bit of intervals with it. But if I am trying to start to stretch out to that kilometer, that 2 kilometers, this is going to be the shoe that I'm going to be doing it in. So yeah, I would really highly suggest it. Whether it's this guy or the Clifton, I don't think you could go wrong either way. But yeah, just want to jump in, touch base with you all. We got like 5,000 people sitting there that we haven't even reached out to, and I do apologize about that. Not going to make excuses as we haven't, but yeah, hopefully we'll be bringing you more content shortly. Please hit that like button, helps us out heaps. Drop in the comments how you've been over this COVID period. Has your fitness gone up? Has your fitness gone down? And what you're doing with your life, what's been going on. We'd love to touch base with you all. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Josh. Thank you very much for tuning in to Beyond Dafeet, and I'm out.